Hello students, today I'm going to demonstrate you list view in Flutter. Let me change the title to Flutter list view demo. Now this is my default app which displays a hello world on the screen. As you know, we studied the column widget before, and in the column widget, let me give some containers to demonstrate first of all what is a column. Sorry, we have children in the column. The first child is a container with a color of, say for example, blue, and height colors dot blue, and a height of, for example, 300 or 200. Let me put it in the single line. Um, so here it is. Now let me copy it. I have, for example, 3 containers with, for example, a color of yellow. This is with the color of cyan. This is with the color of green, for example. Now, if you see the emulator, all the containers are displayed properly. But if I add another container, for example, with a color of red, now we get an overflow error. There is an overflow because this red container cannot be displayed in this particular area. Now, in order to avoid such problems, we have a widget, and that is the list view widget. So the list view widget is very similar to the column widget. If I want to convert this widget to a list view widget, what I will do that I will replace the keyword column with the list view, and the rest is the same. So if I save it and hard reload it, now we have resolved the problems. And if you see, we can now scroll the list view up and down. So all the elements, all the widgets are there in the list view. So this is how we uh, handle the list view. Now we can dynamically create the list view using the list view builder. Let me just delete it and have some values, and let me create the list view builder dynamically. Now, in order to create the list view dynamically, we will delete this part of the code. Now I will call the builder function of the list view, and the builder function has a property that is the item builder, and we have another property that is the item count. Now the item count, for example, if I want to have 5 items or 10 items, I will say over here 10. So we have an item count of the 10. After giving the item count, we need to create the list view using the item builder. So in the item builder, we create it by the method. Let me explain it to you. First of all, we have to give the 2 arguments. That is the context in which this builder will be created, and the next thing is the index. and we create it by having a list tile over here. We have the list tile widget, and the list tile widget has a property that is the title, and in the title we can give anything. So I will give the widget, the text widget, and the text widget will just take the index. Now it will give me an error. I just want to display the numbers from 1 to 10 in the list view. So when I give it text index, it is giving me an error because the index is an integer and the type required is a string. So I will convert it to a string. So I will call the toString method. If we come down to the next line, you will see the code. So if I save it, you will see the numbers from 0 to 9. So where these numbers are coming from, we have the item count as 10. It means the items are from 0 to 10, and this is actually, it will take a loop over here, the builder, and it will take the index one by one, and then will convert this index into a string, and this text will be displayed over here. This is how we create the list view. Now if I want to have my own list, for example, I have a list of names. If I have a list of names like string names is equal to, for example, Ali, Omar, Salman, Muhammad, and I want these names to be displayed in the list. So how can, sorry, I have to give it, this is of type list. So list names is equal to this. Now I want to display all these names over here. So how can I do it? The item count is 4 over here, and the index I will not change it. Now what I need to do is that I will uh, remove this index.toString from this, and I will say names of index. Now let me check it. Oh, so it is displaying the names in the list. If I can also, instead of giving hard coding the value 4, for example, if I have another value, say for instance Zaid, and I refresh it, it is displaying me only the 4 because here is the 4. Now what if I want to take all the items in the name? I will just replace this with names dot length. So it will take the length of this array and will take values from it. So it is displaying now all the values. So this is how we can demonstrate. We can have values from a list and display it in the list view.